Good evening, friends. Jason here for AxodysFC, and a little earlier than usual. Not quite sunset right now, kind of hazy, but a nice evening at the moment after a fairly hot day. Big news to start things off: Ashley Phillips signed and is a Spurs team member now. So looking forward to seeing how he's integrated and where we'll see him youth, practicing with first team, etc. Such a solid player, perfect potential center back down the road. Probably a few years off, but yeah, loads of potential, great size and agility, really. So looking forward to seeing more of him in the near future. And the the funny news is Daniel Levy did in fact go to Miami and did essentially blow off Bayern. And I don't know if it's a for real, if it was a for real midnight deadline or not. But anyway, he ignored it if it was truly a thing. And yeah, there's a lot of questions on what exactly he's doing in Miami. His family is vacationing there for the next couple weeks. Supposedly he's just there for a few days and then coming back. But it's interesting to note that he isn't seemingly going to be at the Shakhtar game tomorrow, and so he can't meet with the people that wanted to talk about compensation for Manor Solomon. So yeah, I don't know, kind of blowing off multiple things apparently. Although yeah, maybe if I forget the guy's name that was supposed to take over football operations from the City Group. If he was actually working, maybe he would meet with them. But yeah, no word on him yet either. And why I can't think of his name, annoying. Scott Munn. Scott Munn is the guy with the longest. Yeah, baffling to me. Like, he's taken the job. He was supposed to start in July, and somehow the City Group is still forcing him to work. I've never heard of such a thing in my life. He's given them more than enough of notice, but I don't know. Maybe there are other issues related to China in some way that are fairly outside my experience as an American. Okay, so let's see. Any other funny things going on today? Not a lot of soccer yet, with the game until tomorrow. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like, and the game actually is Spurs. Yeah, Spurs play only. So, since I'm not a Spurs play only member, I wouldn't be able to watch it. And actually, I noticed they did discount Spurs play like £10 right now. I can definitely see in the future signing up for it, and I am sort of intrigued to watch some of the youth team broadcasts that are part of the package. And it certainly would be nice to be able to watch replays, etc. So yeah, I can kind of see the benefit. It's just not in my budget currently to add a 45 currently on sale. Normally probably like 60 US dollar subscription right now, but maybe in the future. Yeah, so probably I will be sleeping at that point because Team USA plays Sweden at 2 a.m. my time, and that's going to be I've got to go to sleep early so I can get up to watch that. That is a brutal time slot for the West Coast here in the U.S. That's for sure. The on the other side of the U.S., or not, of the Women's World Cup. The game between Spain and Switzerland was over when I was able to start watching it. I got a late start to it, and it was already like 2-1 at that point. It ended up being 5-1. I think the only reason Switzerland scored was on a Spain own goal. Yeah, it was complete dominance. Switzerland couldn't build anything on offense, and it was, yeah. Group A did not do well. Norway lost to, who was the other team out of that group? They lost like 2-1, 3-1, and yeah, but Spain looked good and interesting. I hadn't watched them yet before then, but apparently they had switched up their lineup with like 5 new players that hadn't played in the previous game, and good adjustment for their manager. They were looking solid, and yeah, very, very good going into the next round. Let's see. Oh yeah, switching back to Spurs. I just caught a funny video from kind of behind the scenes from media day with the players, and just some silly behind the scenes stuff where you see the players doing their like reaction clips for where they're supposed to be celebrating something, or it's the funny things for basically production stuff when they're broadcasting games, or up on the big boards and everything, all that kind of filming. But the guy who was doing the interviewing of the questions for that part asked a couple of the players which actors they would want to play them, and Decky actually wasn't sure, but his favorite actor was Denzel Washington, and so good choice there. Maybe not for your role, but actually the best one though for me was Eric Dyer was asked, and he said he was probably too good looking, but Chris Hemsworth was his pick, and I think that was actually a great choice. I could see that for sure. And well, Dyer is not my favorite player. He definitely, I'm not the Dyer hater that everyone is, and I hope he does have a better season this year. But hopefully he'll mostly be a squad player, which is a great role for him, because he is important to the overall team dynamic. I don't think there's any question of that. Let's see, anything else that I want to talk about? Oh yeah, the other silly interview question was, they asked Sonny whose hairstyle from the rest of the team he would most be interested in adopting for himself, and he thought about it for a moment, and he was definitely like, Emerson, no way, but he landed on Joe Roden actually, and then they asked Joe Roden about that, and he actually said he would most like Sonny's hair for himself. So kind of funny to hear that they both rated their hair pretty well. So yeah, anyway, it looked like a fun day, and actually Ange was all suited up and looking good. Definitely, yeah, had the good suit, full managerial, playing in a cup final kind of look, and hopefully we'll get to see more of that in the near future as well. Beyond that, I don't think I've got much more today. Yeah, late night for U.S. women's. in the World Cup, and then get a few hours. Maybe I'll see if I can pull up the. Often you can listen to the audio broadcasts of games, so I might see if I can track that down on the Spurs website or something. But if not, maybe I'll tune in for one of the watch-alongs and see secondhand what people are saying. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. Stay well, and remember, to dare is to do.